I have hooded lids, and just like with everything else, hooded lids come in different shapes and types. So if most of your eyelid disappears under the fold when your eyes are open, that's considered a hooded eye. And it doesn't look the same on everyone. My hooded eyes don't even look the same every day. In the morning, they can be really puffy. If I've had salty food, sweets, not enough sleep, or I'm around my period, the hooding gets worse. If that's you too, you're not alone. Some days one eye is more hooded than the other. Today isn't my best day either, and I have just had a long flight, so my lids are extra puffy, but that's the reality. If I don't have time for a workout in the morning, I do a quick massage instead. I especially love the Laneige Eye Sleeping Mask. It's light, smooth, super comfortable, and I use it not only as a part of my night routine, but also for massages. I warm it up between my fingertips, press lightly under the eyes, and then glide upwards to the forehead about 10 times. I gently hold the skin near the temple without pulling it, it's important, and do 10 small circles in each direction. The difference is real. Not perfect, but definitely better. I often get comments on my short videos saying you don't even have hooded lid, and I take that as a compliment. Don't use luminous concealer as an eye primer. Anything that says moisturizing, luminous, glowing, highlighting on the packaging will crease on hooded lids. Those textures are great for very thin under-eye skin, but not for mobile lids that need staying power. Instead, do this. Always remove excess oil from your lids first. I use micellar water and a cotton pad. Oil breaks down everything. Just remember, you have to remove everything from your lids first. Next, apply a thin layer of eye primer. Don't use too much. Thick, creamy layers never dry properly and will crease. I like to tap off the extra product on the back of my hand before applying. Cover the entire lid up to the brow bone, and I even take it under the eyes and across the Hollywood triangle. This keeps everything in place and makes the area brighter, especially in hot weather. Now let it set and dry. Compare the results. The concealer eye creases right away, but the eye with the primer stays smooth and velvet. Most people focus only on the hooded eye shape, but very few actually think about the frame around it. Many people just brush their brows straight across, just horizontally. But that's not the best starting point. Step 1. Always clean your brows with micellar water first. Remove any leftover primer or concealer or foundation, only then brush the hairs up at about a 45 angle. And this instantly opens up the eye area and reveals the part of the lid that doesn't move when you blink. And that's our real working space for eyeshadow. But even here, we need a clean canvas. Pluck the teeny baby's hairs from the lids, and ideally on clean skin before makeup. If not, you might notice, like I did after a trip, that eyeshadow stops blending properly or start catching on those little hairs. And now let's talk about shaping. Don't draw the brows curving too close towards the nose. That creates a surprised look. Sometimes even angry. Avoid super sharp, thin tails, then give the illusion of age because youthful brows are always a bit fluffier. And a harsh curve or a high arch right above the pupil will make your hooded lids look heavier, the eyes stronger, and also more tired. What to do instead? Brush your brows upwards at 45 degrees angle and draw the brows from the tail. Imagine connecting your two brows with the straight lines across. Keep the brows parallel to the floor as much as possible, just to a little bit to calm down the curve. The main idea is to create two lines that stays parallel and slightly ascending, not completely horizontal, but not overly arched either. This balance helps lift the eyes without weighting down hooded lids. First, let's clear up some mistakes I see all the time. So don't pump the one in and out of the tube. Don't wipe off the excess product. The application becomes patchy and uneven. And don't brush your brows harshly to the side. And don't try to fix the extra gel by lightly touching it with a fingertip. It ends up looking clumpy, almost like a glue. Here's what to do instead. Take the one straight from the tube and notice It usually has short bristles, long bristles, and even flat sides with no bristles at all. The short bristles grab fine hairs, the long ones are great for thicker hairs. Use the one with a little bit of pressure, brushing the brows into place. Once you are happy with the shape, press your fingertip gently against the brow and slide upward at 45 degrees angle toward the forehead. And this helps lock everything in and gives a natural lift. If you notice any gaps afterward, just fill them in with a pencil or eyeshadows which you have already used. And finally, brush the ends of the hairs, just inward the shape, keeping them neatly inside the natural shape. Now it's time to set everything with the loose powder. Even if you don't use eyeshadow, lightly dust translucent powder on your lid after eye base, concealer or foundation. It prevents transfer and creasing. Before applying, make sure the area is smooth and crease-free. If you set a crease with powder, you will never be able to blend it out again. Use your fingertip to dab and even out the surface, and then press the powder gently over the lid. I will always show you the power of this powder on the skin. If you don't like shine, look at the difference on my forehead. It instantly becomes smooth and velvety. Actually, it's not just for lids. Use it under the eyes to take away unwanted shine for eye bags. Swipe it lightly under the cheekbone to create contrast, depth and light, and definition the cheekbone. The finish soft, smooth, and beautifully natural. What if one eye is more hooded than the other? They should look symmetrical, yes, but that doesn't mean applying makeup in the exact same way on both lids. Always balance your makeup to your face, not to make both eyes identical. I have a few tips for that. On the more hooded eye, raise your crease shade just a touch higher. Extend your blend slightly further out on the heavier lid to match the lighter one. Just try to keep a balance. How do I tightline without making my eyes water? First of all, use waterproof formulas with the plastic packaging. It's a gel texture and it's exactly waterproof formulas. Dull tips take up too much lid space and make application messy. Don't raise your brows or pull your skin. Stretching the lid only makes hooded eyes look heavier. Don't press your eyes together hard. If your eyes start watering, blink gently and quick instead, squeezing only, smudging the line. Don't press your eyes together hard. If your eyes start watering, blink gently and quickly instead. How to tightline properly? So sharpen your pencil, tilt your head back slightly and look down, or turn your head to the side and look in the mirror. Avoid swiping directly in front of your pupil. That causes irritation and tears. Gently lift the lid, exposing the waterline just enough. Use light, controlled strokes, about 3 to 4 per section. Then blink and rest before repeating. The inner corners are the most sensitive, to try to do them in 2 or 3 careful motions. Do I need special brushes for eyeliners for hooded eyes? It's not about the brand actually, it's about the size and shape, and let me show you 2 brushes. One is bigger, but still thin and sharp. The other is smaller. Both work, but they create very, very different results. Yes, you can draw eyeliner with a very sharp pencil, but honestly, brush will save you money. Pencil just runs out very fast and so quickly, and brushes gives you more control actually. Check your makeup bag, and if you already have an angled brush, you can use it. Larger angled brush covers more space, which means your liner will end up longer and bolder. That can work for full glam, but for everyday hooded eyes it often looks too heavy and goes against your features. On the other hand, a smaller angled brush gives you precision. And look straight ahead, relax your brows. If needed, close your eyes slightly. Mark your wing, turn your head, and gently hold the skin with a fingertip. See that thin sharp line? I'm showing you the do version on my more puffy, difficult eye today, because that's the most realistic demonstration. But what if you don't have a brush? Here's a hack: take a spatula or even tweezers, Pick up a little eyeliner pencil product with it and draw your line right under or across the folds, then connect to the lash line. Think of it as following your low lash line direction, but never connect it all the way to the brow end. Actually, that's a common mistake. Be careful. So, mistakes in body position when drawing eyeliner is very simple. Just check yourself. Raising the brow too high. Tilting your head back or down too much. Pulling the lid skin sideways. Closing the eyes while applying. Trying to draw the entire line in one motion. Doing 4 or 5 little strokes, they transfer and print everywhere because of the layers. And starting from the inner corners with a thick line. Instead of that, do this. Relax your brows. Look straight ahead into the mirror. See the difference. When you relax, the line sits naturally, but if you raise the brows, the line hides behind the extra skin. What happens is your lid space gets stolen by the dark pencil, and the result is a total mess. Look, even if you simply skip the thick inner corner part, the eyes immediately look more open, the space cleaner, and the lines sharper. Can I do a wing with the hooded eyes? Sure. First of all, relax your face. Don't raise your brows or pull your skin, look straight ahead into the mirror. This shows you exactly how your liner will look when your eyes are open. Next, mark the wing, follow the direction of your low lash line and place a small flick. Keep it thin and sharp. You can always build later. Draw it with your eyes open. Close one eye slightly if needed, but always check with your eyes open. That way, the liner won't disappear under the folds. Connect to the lash line. From the tip of the wing, draw a thin line back toward your lash line. Fill it in. Keep the liner as thin as possible near the lashes, or just keep it at all. If the folds hide part of your wing, draw just above it, creating a bat wing shape that looks straight when your eyes are open. And at the end, just clean up the low edge of the wing. Use a tiny amount of concealer on a flat top brush. Don't stretch the skin, just tap gently, tap, 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 and that's it. Melt the end of the wing seamlessly into the skin. This creates a soft, lightweight finish, making the eyeliner look sharp but not heavy or harsh. Curling your lashes might seem simple, but with hooded eyes, the technique makes all the difference. Position the curler. Yes, it's important. Open the Shiseido curler and place your upper lash line gently between the pads. The curler should be as close to the roots as possible without pinching the eyelid. Clamp the curler at the roots and hold for 5 to 8 seconds. Don't squeeze too hard, just gentle pressure to lift. So that's why we are all obsessed with a really good mascara. I mean, we have thousands of them and maybe one eyeshadow palette that's been sitting in our collection since university, right? Don't close your eyes while applying mascara and don't just coat the tips of your lashes. That makes them heavier and they will droop instead of lifting. Blink quickly while applying to help the mascara get deeper into the roots. And relax your forehead while you do it. Tension can make application harder. Avoid swiping the wand side to side that glues the lashes together and gives you that unwanted spider legs effect. And if you had rounded eyes, I usually skip mascara on the low lash line because it can make the eyes look even rounded. Don't pump the mascara wand in and out of the tube. That lets oxygen in and dries it out faster. Focus on lifting, not lengthening only. Start at the base and move upward. Avoid only coating the tips that makes lashes heavy and droopy, as I told you before. Wiggling the wand gently at the root and swipe upward. And relax your forehead and eyes. Look slightly down into the mirror. Apply mascara from root to tip with a small wiggle motion. This ensures every lash gets coated and prevents clumping. Blink slightly while applying it to allow mascara to settle along the lash roots, and it enhances volume without weighting down the lashes. If you notice excess mascara or at the outer corners making your lashes droop, don't worry, you can fix it. While the mascara is still wet, gently slide it down with your nails to make it invisible. You can also help lift the lashes with your fingertip as it dries. For almond eyes, a subtle coat on the low lash line can balance the look, but keep it light, okay? And after the step, just remove the mistakes with micellar water. How to choose your eyeshadow palette. Picking an eyeshadow palette for hooded eyes, it's important to have a mix of mattes, satins, and sparkles. One of my favorites is Natasha Denona. The quality is incredible. Pigmentation is perfect for both beginners and pros, and the textures are gorgeous. The shadows don't emphasize the texture on the lids, which is a lifesaver for hooded lids, actually. And the sparkles, just wow. They look like pure luxury. Rich, expensive shine. I want to show you some swatches on my hand without any eye base. Imagine how stunning they will look on a slightly sticky base. Are your eyeshadow looks turning out messy, patchy, or just too high? It might not even be your technique. Your brush might just be too big for your eyes. I'm going to repeat this again and again. It's not about the brand, it's all about size and shape. You only need 3 brushes for hooded eyes. Do you remember when we applied setting powder with that huge fluffy brush? Imagine trying to use that same brush for eyeshadow. It will spread the color way too far and completely swallow up your eyelid. How can I make my eyelid space look bigger? First of all, don't apply shiny light shadow under the brow bone. Why? That area is already naturally puffy on hooded lids. And adding shimmer here just makes the lid look heavier and lower. Instead, apply shimmer to the inner corners to open up the eyes and add brightness. Or take a matte beige shade slightly lighter than your skin tone and apply it to the center of the lids. This trick instantly creates the illusion of more space and more light, and it works beautifully even without eyeliner. Keep shimmer closer to the lash line. It adds light exactly where your eyes need it most. Biggest mistakes to avoid. So first of all, using brushes that are too big for your eye shape. Applying very dark matte shades without a mid-tone transition. That's why looks turn out patchy and unblended. And the last one, lifting your eyebrows while applying. When you relax your face, the shadow disappears into the crease. Always apply with your brows relaxed so you know how it looks in real life. Take the same flat brush with the leftover matte beige shade. Turn it perpendicular and use the thin edge. This gives you more control and precision. Look straight ahead into the mirror, relax your eyebrow muscles, no lifting, this way you see the real shape of your eyes. Hold the brush perpendicular and start swiping side to side with medium pressure. And next, bring it inward toward the side of the nose. Because this entire area is one continuous bone structure, understanding and working with that structure helps you design the perfect shadow placement for your unique eyes. That's why I can make my eyes look bigger. Not by focusing only on the lid space, but by blending out it in the correct way along the bones. Now, take a short, flat, slightly chunky brush and pick up a darker shade, holding the brush perpendicular to the skin. Apply it to the outer third of your eyelid, and then, with just the leftovers on the brush, softly sketch the illusion of a crease. Still holding the brush perpendicular, start to imagine and follow your perfect eye shape. This technique not only adds depth but also helps reduce the look of puffiness. The gentle pressure almost works like a mini massage while you're applying the shadow. Build it up gradually, then connect it either to your eyeliner or simply blend it along the outer corners and lash line. Next, take your darkest matte shade and apply it just above the eyeliner wing, or draw a small V shape in the outer corners. This step creates structure and lift. Here comes the most important part, filling that harsh, empty-looking transition area with a natural, fresh tone. Something pinkish, salmon, coral, or peach. It could be your blushes, for example. These colors brighten the eyes, cancel out any dull grayish undertones, and bring the whole look to life. Notice that I didn't touch my lashes after mascara at all. That way, the blending stays smooth, keep the area under the brow clean and matte, no shimmer here. Shiny particles on the brow bone can drag the eyes down, and if your blending ever looks messy, just take a little concealer on the flat brush and clean up the edges. Now let's talk about some mistakes. I hope you don't do that, but check yourself. Don't draw a thin graphic line along the lower lash line with a dark pencil. This will instantly make your eyes look smaller and heavier. Just look at the difference now. Don't take a mid-tone gray shade and swipe it across your entire lid with a big side-to-side movements. Not only can this drag the color too high, but it can also make the inner corners look muddy. Instead, focus on stability. Rest your pinky finger lightly against your cheek, and this gives you control. Then move only your fingers or wrist, not your whole hand. Always hold the brush perpendicular to the skin. When you hold it flat, the working surface becomes much larger, and that's when shadows clump too high toward the brow bone. Just look at the difference between don'ts and the do's. One makes the eyes look smaller and heavier, and the other lifts and opens it up beautifully. And remember, it's not about buying more products. Sometimes it's just about holding the brush differently, choosing the right size, and placing the shadow with intention. If this video helped you and if you would like to support my channel even more, I have a membership you can join and say thank you to me for the useful content here. Or give this video a thumbs up, it really supports my channel. And don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials, tips and honest breakdowns on makeup for hooded eyes. I post every week and I promise you will always learn something new. And let me know in the comments which tip are you trying first. Thank you for watching and see you in the next part 3, I guess. Just feel free to ask and thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Ciao.